welcome and thank you for watching. NatureGlo here. Let's talk about how I am surviving my first Slab City this summer. And so that my stream doesn't drop, we're going to take a walk over to Cheshire Manor with my new electrolyte drink, which I will explain the ingredients to you shortly. Also, check out my buzz. I buzzed my hair this morning, so I have a day off today from Salvation. Let me go ahead and fix my drink. Hopefully the stream will stay connected here. Sorry about the fan noise. Oh. We will be leaving shortly. Welcome, welcome. I think I'm going to call this my summer elixir. I think an elixir drink, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Some type of a refreshing drink. So it's stored in this is not what the drink is, traditional Polish salad. This is 6 different ingredients that are electrolyte rich. I'll explain. But let me show you what I do. I just filled it mostly with water, this 2-liter bottle. And then I just pour a little bit in, because this lasts me the whole day. So this morning I filled it all the way to the top. Welcome, go ahead and say hi in the chat so I know who's here. And it's so refreshing. A little bit goes a long way. Yes, it's so good. I'm going to call it my Slab City summer elixir. After I look up the word elixir. Anyone know what elixir means? You want to look it up for me? It's my Slab City summer. It's actually a switchel. It's switchel with Dave Lowe is the one that told me about switchel. Are you here, Dave? So switchel is maple syrup, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and either molasses or maple syrup. So I have all 4 of those ingredients plus electrolyte solution. This is a knockdown brand of Pedialyte. So I put in like 3 capfuls a day in my big switchel mix. And lemon juice. Okay, so I add the and bone broth. So that's actually 7 ingredients. Apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, that's switchel. Apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and I should write this down. Maple syrup or molasses. Oh, what's the 4th ingredient? There's a 4th ingredient. Ginger. Ginger. And then I add in 3 other ingredients. I add in the Pedialyte knockoff brand electrolytes because it's $2 less per bottle. Same exact ingredients, just way cheaper. Why pay more? Sometimes I add bone broth, 7th ingredient or 8th ingredient, and sorry, I know I go brain dead. It really gets to you here, folks. It's no joke. Sometimes I also add in Himalayan pink sea salt for added minerals. I'm going to do that right now. Give it a swisha. Because literally we are sweating all day long, those of us who live without AC. let's talk about how I am surviving Slab City. This is number one. Hydration, 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 hydration. Constant and continual, even throughout the night. So every time I wake up in the middle of the night, I drink my electrolyte drink. I'm also taking, let me show you what I'm taking. See if I can find it. Try to be so organized. I have to be. Here it is. No, that's tissues. Where is my... Wait. That's not it. Electrolyte tablets. Really get frustrated when I do stuff. Don't you? Share in the comments. I could just show you what I'm searching for, so you can join the search with me. I am looking for a plastic bag of electrolytes, and I'm like, I lost it! How could I have lost it? Ugh. Could be in these side pockets. So this is my work backpack. So look what I have. So I walk to work 4 days a week, back and forth. It's just a mile. But in this heat, it is life-threatening. So I always have this garden sprayer. I carry wipes. I did have my electrolytes, which I have lost. I have a can of Survivalist peaches. So Dreamcatcher was telling me if I ever get a headache, always have a can of peaches. I can't believe I've lost my packet of electrolytes. So we were gifted at the mountain, Salvation, by the way, when I say mountain, I mean Salvation Mountain. See, everything takes a lot of work, because it's, right now we're in monsoon season. Fake applause dubbed in the background. Yeah, monsoon season's a thing. Okay, so yeah, maybe we get cloud cover from the sun. So we do get the benefit of sun, less UV, and burning hot, bright orange ball on our lives. But then we get high humidity, it rains, and then the clouds trap in the moisture. So it's like any kind of effort is just eating up sweat from head to toe. That's why this electrolyte drink is so critical. Wow, the stream is holding here in my van. I'm surprised. If it goes out, I will be walking over to Cheshire Manor. I really like how my hair turned out. I just love it. It feels so good in this heat. Like, there's nothing worse than hot, sticky, sweaty hair. And I also went to the canal with my friend this morning. Like, he's just such an incredible friend. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing with my fridge. So here's my fridge. And so, yeah, this is my wet washcloth so that the phone doesn't overheat. So it's 45 degrees for the fridge part, 28 degrees for the freezer. Holding strong. But here's what I do to hold in the cold. I've got Reflectix. Okay. Okay, and then I have these two extra pillows that I have. My previous partner used to call me the pillow queen because I love pillows. And yeah, I've got a lot of pillows. So these are being put to really good use. Actually, this could probably dangle over the side. The important part is to leave plenty of ventilation around the side, especially in this incredible heat. I've got a fan on this side blowing into the vents, and I've got a little Walmart Flex-A-Leg. Hi, Cricket. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining me live. Appreciate you. I did a fresh buzz cut. So yeah, that's part of summer survival, is having a fridge. It's a luxury. Some people store ice in their freezers. I do not do ice. I find that I just don't need it. It's a big hassle. Like going to the store multiple times a week, burning fuel to get ice. No, not doing it. I'm just not. It's not for me. Sorry, my microphone is so it's driving me crazy. I don't know where to put it. I'll just have to hold it. So yeah, I won't deal with the hassle of ice. If it's gifted to me, great, but I really don't even have that much room in my fridge. Let's look inside of my fridge. This is important for you to see this. And I know some of you are still wondering, why in the heck, Gloria, are you summering in Slab City? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I lived full-time out of this camper van for 8 years, and then I moved in with my boyfriend for 2 years in Central California. Got tired of living in a house. He knows. Watching. I mean no disrespect. I loved every minute that we were together, but needed a new life. So, and I had been dreaming about moving here to Slab City for 4 years, so here I am. And mainly it's because of the out-of-the-box thinking, the survivalist skills that people have here for being able to endure, you know, a really harsh climate. Living off-grid, I love living off-grid, and it's rent-free. So my top reason for being in Slab City is for the community. I wanted to find a community of like-minded people to help build a better world, and I feel like I have found a core group of friends that are interested in doing that. So we're just living our best lives the best we can, and yeah, it's a struggle, it's challenging, it's difficult. Not everybody can do this. I know that. A lot of people have health issues and absolutely have to have a controlled environment, and I know that. I'm not trying to convince anybody to come move to Slab City. It's not easy here. So here's what I have. I've got ginger, I've got lettuce. This is traditional Greek salad. So when I run out of the fresh, I have that. Ginger, which is for my 𝐿𝐸𝐿. Oh, I won't show you what that is. I don't need to know. I've got my gluten-free bread because I'm gluten-free. I don't do well with gluten. Most people don't. Here, I can't live without my best food mayo. Someday I'll find a creamy version. There used to be a thing called 𝐵𝐞𝐿, but I haven't seen it for years. So, and it was just as good as Best Foods, or AKA Hellman's, known as what it's known on the East Coast. I've got my 𝐤𝐿. If you don't know what 𝐤𝐿 is, they are incredible. I bought this at Walmart. There are literally no preservatives in these chocolates. There's no sugar. It's naturally sweetened, I think with dates or something, but really incredible. You can get them at grocery outlet. Lime juice, and I also have even more electrolytes, potassium, magnesium. This is for probiotics. Here's my lemon juice, and also vitamin D. So we can't have a whole lot of sun exposure here. In fact, I really need to be taking one of these, especially during monsoon season, where we see even less of the sun. So now I'm going to put my, well, actually I probably shouldn't do all that because I want to take one of these right now. I need to get used to using this camera and microphone. But the microphone broke, so it's driving me nuts. I'm really struggling with it. So you can watch me survive by taking vitamin D. And I wish I could go live every day, but some days are a real struggle to get through. And on top of that, the phone overheats. Like today I'm lucky. No, I'm dairy and gluten intolerant. So today it's only 101 degrees. And that's because we have cloud cover right now from the monsoon season coming in. Vitamin D, here we go. Stream's holding strong. If it starts buffering, I will take us to Cheshire Tree, which is beautiful. I should take you over there anyway because it's so beautiful over there. How's my microphone? I know, Cricket, only 101. Like I never thought that 101, you know, anything over 80 degrees would feel comfortable to me. But I mean, I do have this chili towel. So this is another piece of survival gear that I'll show you that I'm using. So this is called Frog Tog. Sorry, it's backwards. I don't know. Is that backwards writing? It looks backwards to me. Good, I'm glad the mic sounds good. So Frog Tog, and you can get this at Walmart, is really great. It's like a plastic synthetic material. And let me show you how it works. Ooh, look at those fabrics. Okay, so here's my pan of water. All right, and then lightly wring it out. Don't wring all the water out. Okay, but I don't want it dripping all over the place. Okay. All right, and then I take it, and then I just kind of swing it in the air. You can swing it around your head. And then you just put it on. Put it around your neck, like this. Sometimes what I do is I'll lay on my bed in the buff on a towel, a thick towel, to catch my sweat. And then I will lay this over my bare body, like this, all the way down my torso. So it helps cool my core. You can also do this. Ooh. It's a fashion statement. I don't really give two shits about fashion. Oh, I swore. Oh no, YouTube, don't slap me. YouTube doesn't like swear words. Put this vitamin D back in the fridge. Fortunately, so this is a this is a 𝐵𝐼𝐼𝐼. See the brand name? This is a 𝐵𝐼𝐼𝐼 fridge. But I don't like function over fashion. That's right, Cricket. So, by the way, Cricket, are you the one over at Flamingo? I'm not sure if you're the Cricket that comes to Slab City and stays at Flamingo, or if you're another Cricket. So, put that back in the freezer. So this handle is like slowly compromising. So I just kind of push down here and it clicks into place. But it used to just snap shut and click on its own. So the handle is starting to go, which is a big bummer. Okay, and maybe that's too personal of a question. You don't have to answer that. I know we're here on YouTube and some people want to be incognito, and I totally respect that. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling the benefits of it being 101 degrees. That means outside it's about 100 degrees or 99 degrees, which, you know, is nice, but the humidity is really high, so it makes it difficult to do anything strenuous whatsoever without breaking out into a sweat. Now, the humidity is nowhere near what it is on the East Coast, which is usually like 80 to 100%, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I hate the East Coast summers for that reason, because of the high humidity. It's insanely annoying. So honestly, the humidity right now is endurable for me. I'm able to tolerate it. But I am sweating, and I am staying hydrated, and I am keeping my body going with a steady stream of electrolytes to keep replenishing what I'm sweating out, which is so critical. So I would say the top thing, and I should probably do a video on this alone, the top thing to survive Slab City is proper hydration with electrolytes, like the Switchel, and modifying the Switchel with either Pedialyte or the knockoff brand without all the dyes and additives and preservatives and junk you don't need. Do the knockoff brand. There's also a Pedialyte that also does not have the dyes and the preservatives and the crap that you don't need. That is not good for the body. Dyes are not good. Like, yeah. Water. Like, even being able to do this, like just a pan of water and even a wet washcloth, and if you don't want to spend the money on a chilly towel, just a regular towel like this, dipping it in the water, which I'm not going to demonstrate and do right now, is good as well. And I also add about a half a cup of vinegar water and oregano essential oil to that water, because it gets nasty. As you can see, it's nasty with the sweat and salts from my body. I did go to the canal earlier and bathed, washed my hair before I cut it, which helps. Staying clean does help, with the cans of water every day. And also you can use, yes, mister bottles. So you saw my garden sprayer. So I have like a giant misting bottle. I also have this mister bottle. I use this when I'm driving. But I don't like to use the misting bottle when I'm chilling in my bed here. It's like, this is like my office right here. So I don't want to be misting myself, because it gets the bed wet. And yeah, I do have a waterproof cover over my mattress, which is not really a mattress. So I found a really great ground score in Ridgecrest, California. Someone threw out their couch cushions, and I love couch cushions because they're the upholstery grade foam, which is super duper uber comfortable. And so what I did was I stuffed them in line, all 3 cushions. I stuffed them in a line, in a straight line, and jammed them into a zipper up couch, a giant zipper up couch, so that they would stay stable and together all the time, and that's what I sleep on. So I didn't pay any money for it. And this one is the old one, the tri-fold chair / bed. Have I tried a portable handheld AC? I have not heard about that, Deb. I've never heard of a portable handheld AC. But I do have a fan that goes around my neck, and I did not think it was necessary, so what did I do with it? I'll show it to you. Yeah, here it is. It's just not necessary, like, to put another object around my neck It's not AC, it's just a fan. But I'll demonstrate how it works. I got this at Walmart. Let's see what brand it is. It is 𝐲𝐞𝐿. So you can see it right there. It might be backwards. And it has 3 settings. So I use this when I walk to work in the morning. And usually there's some kind of a breeze, so I just felt like it was not necessary. So I would use this if there's literally no wind outside. But as it stands, I have this really nice Bauer shop fan, which I absolutely love. It's only $24 at Harbor Freight. An amazing investment. It's robust. The motor has literally been running for months now and hasn't failed me. I think I can take it apart, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'll be able to clean the blades at the end of the season, which I think is really important to be able to clean the inside of the fan. So this just isn't really necessary unless there's no breeze and I'm walking to work. Then this comes in handy. But pretty much there's always been a breeze, or I'm also wearing, so when I walk to work, what I do is I put this bandana around my head. Sure. So I put this, I go like this. Here, let's put some light on here. So I tie it in a knot behind my head, and then I take the garden sprayer and I just spray the top of my head and get it all wet. Why don't I just demonstrate? So, all right, so I have to pump up the garden sprayer to get pressure. All right. Woohoo! All right, and then the handkerchief catches all the water and gets wet, so it keeps my head, helps to keep my head cool. And this is how I start walking to work in the morning, and then I'll spray my chest like this. And wet my, basically I'm just wetting down my core to cool my core, to help my body thermoregulate as I am hoofing it to work in the morning. It works, it's been working. So now I'm heat tolerant, walking back and forth to work. I have walked back and forth in work in 100, I think it was 117 degrees has been my record. And I was hauling my Osprey backpack and pulling a wagon, a little, just a little small square wagon with, I have to carry this, the garden sprayer to work with my snacks, my water container, and when on my walk home, I have to wear like a long skirt, and I wear a sarong to protect me from the sun. I put it over my head, and I also wear a sun hat with the sarong over top of all that. This way I'm not getting overheated from the direct UV. And then I wet all that down, and then I put a cold water bottle from work right here at my chest, held in by the strap of the backpack, and then I just hoof it home. I usually stop about 4 times for 1 mile. It's close to 1 mile. It's not exactly 1 mile. So that's how I'm not like falling down dead on my way back and forth from work. It works, and I'm excited because I get exercise even in summer, which is like unheard of People just don't do that. You know, they don't exercise in this kind of heat. It's dangerous, but I did some reading up on it online, and athletes train to be able to perform in the heat. So it's like I'm an athlete because I want to keep my body optimally strong through this, even through the summer months, because I need my body to be in top health to get through this. So we have about a month and a half left of intense heat, dealing with the monsoons, the humidity, and then I think it's as late as mid-September is when the temperatures start to cool off at night. But I think it's typically over 100 degrees all the way into October. So it's really not until mid-November when the best weather starts coming in, when like it's like in the 60s at night, or 50s and 60s at night for perfect sleeping, and like in the 80s during the day as high. So then it becomes like Mammoth Lakes weather in the summer. Mammoth Lakes, if you don't know, is like my favorite place on earth. I miss it so bad, but I'm still not regretting my decision to over summer here in Slab City, to participate in community life, mainly my sub-community for now, as I'm learning to survive Slab City. But also I consider working at Salvation Mountain, participating in the community. So that takes 16 hours of my life a week. That's a significant chunk of, you know, community work, because it does help bring in revenue to Slab City. So Salvation Mountain is like the front face of Slab City. It's where pretty much most of the tourists are coming to Salvation Mountain first, and then I invite them to check out the rest of Slab City, like 𝐒𝐿𝐲, House of Dots, the library, you know, the Oasis, for coffee in the morning. So Oasis is open on the weekends and on Wednesdays, so people can show up for coffee. Although the Oasis is a private club, probably should talk to them about that, but I know that snowbirds go to the Oasis during season. So yeah, this is how I'm surviving my first summer here in Slab City. Do you guys have any questions? So when I'm done using the garden sprayer, Dreamcatcher, my friend, told me to do this. Hear that? It's releasing the pressure in the garden sprayer so that I don't break the seal. Okay, the seal is in here. All right, let's go to Cheshire Manor. Let me get my drink. Never leave home without the very important electrolyte drink. So even when I'm walking to work, I have my electrolyte drink with me. So critical, so important. Huge key to survival out here. So if I were to say the number one, and I know I'm repeating myself, number one is an electrolyte drink to drink throughout the entire day and throughout the night. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you're too hot and you start getting dehydrated, suck on that electrolyte drink. Let's see the scene. Check out the weather. So it's still pretty cloudy out. There's the sun. So we're not getting as much solar, which can also pose issues, especially if people are running air conditioning and absolutely have to have their AC. It's times like this, cloudy monsoon season, will compromise our solar. So this is where it's very helpful to have tons of batteries and tons of solar panels, which cost thousands upon thousands of dollars. And most people here don't have that kind of money. So that's why people like me are relying on these other little tricks of survival without AC. Now, I have to say I have been getting access to AC when I want it. I have some friends, I won't mention who because, you know, it's their private business, but they've been running AC and have invited me to come over whenever it's too hot and I need it. And I have indeed been taking them up on that offer, and that's been helping me tremendously. So I would say the top things for surviving summer are hydration, water, whether it be soaking in the canal or having a swimming pool, or even having like an ice bath. I was looking into getting an ice bath. Those really can be great. So I've been trying to look for a good ice bath that's high quality, that's not going to break after like a season. I should have brought my glasses because now I can't read your comments. No. I have to go all the way back to get my glasses. I'm sorry. That's okay. Isn't it pretty here under Cheshire Manor? So beautiful. So yeah, it's pretty hot and humid, 60% humidity, and it's pretty cloudy today. So I have a month and a half left here in Slab City, and then I will be taking off for the beet harvest, which I'm super excited about. So it'll get me out exploring. I'm really excited to explore in the van again. And you know, the beet harvest is really good money. Yeah, so very exciting. And then I will be back to Slab City after the beet harvest. And I will be here in time for what's called season. Here for season, and that means the fall and winter season when the snowbirds come back and the parties begin. The good parties. Music, good food, good friends. Yeah, my phone does overheat, so I have a wet washcloth. Let me show it to you. So there's the wet washcloth. I usually get a warning if it's starting to overheat. Yes, Gatorade is... I don't use Gatorade because I don't like all the preservatives, the additives, the sugar. So that's why I make the homemade stuff, which is way healthier. It just is. It is what it is. So I think I've answered all the questions. Feel free if you have any more questions, but let's go relax at Cheshire Manor. See how sweaty I'm getting? I'm going to use my handkerchief to wipe the sweat off my face once we get to Cheshire Manor. It's really uncomfortable doing anything physically in this kind of heat. Like, I'm just starting to bead up sweat everywhere, all over. But that's why I have this electrolyte drink to help me replenish the salts, the minerals that I'm losing through my pores. Also, it's critical to stay bathed because all this sweating and the salts that sit on our skin and together with the bacteria can cause heat rash. And I had that around my private area. It was burning, it was horrible. So what I did to combat that is, and it wasn't because I wasn't bathing, I was bathing. And this happened at the beginning of summer, oddly enough. So I put cornstarch in that area, which is, you know, it's a very fine powder. So first I mixed essential oils of peppermint, tea tree, lavender, and I believe frankincense. And I first rubbed that over the area where the rash is, and then I add the cornstarch over top of that, and it hasn't come back. So it's really important to bathe every day. I either sponge bathe or I wash in the canal. We don't do the hot spring this time of year because it's deadly. It's just too hot and people have died in the hot spring in the summer, so I just don't do it. friend that invites me to go to the canal with him like 3-4 times a week. Sometimes we'll soak before bed for a couple hours. Sometimes we'll soak during the day. It's really fantastic. Right now we have a really nice breeze as I'm sitting here. It's super enjoyable. Just absolutely loving it. Yes, we do check in on one another. I have 2 guy friends that I just check in with often to make sure they're hanging in there. One of my friends was feeling dizzy and weak, and so I shared with him to wrap himself in a wet sheet, like shake it first after it's wet, and it's been a lifesaver for him. But I didn't come to that knowledge on my own. My friend Dreamcatcher shared that with me. Other friends have shared that wisdom with me. And that's how I've been sleeping at night, is I sleep on a towel, a thick towel, and then I dip a sarong in water, shake it around so it gets cool, and then I go to sleep with the sarong as my cover. And it doesn't allow me to sleep all the way through the night. You can't hear me. Is there anyone else that can't hear me? Testing, test, test, test. Can you hear me now? Oh. Looks like my microphone hasn't been plugged all the time. Can you hear me now? Testing, test, test. You should be able to hear me better because I didn't have my microphone plugged in. I do notice that the heat gets to my brain and my thoughts. I lose concentration easily in this kind of heat. I'm just not as sharp. So living in this kind of environment with this kind of heat, it takes a major toll on the body. It's exhausting, and it also just messes with the brain. Yeah, we tend to talk less in the heat. So I soaked in the canal earlier, so I'm a bit refreshed. Plus I've been hydrating as we've been talking here. I also wanted to invite you, if you want to support this channel, click on the link with this video for my Ko-fi community. There are 3 membership tiers. You're welcome to join a membership, or if you want to consider giving a one-time donation, everything helps. Also, I have a new t-shirt shop with T-Mill, which is a sustainable merchandise company. I absolutely love their products, so check them out. Check out my original artwork and photography with my shop. Yeah, so I invite you to check those links out in the description. And if you want to, give a direct donation, I have a Cash App link and PayPal. I prefer Cash App over PayPal because Cash App doesn't take a fee. The creators get all of the money, so they don't get a cut. They don't take a cut, which is great. PayPal, if you select friends and family, which is a tricky button to find, they don't make it easy. They won't take a cut that way, but I prefer Cash App. Here, let me check out comments here. So they, Deba one says they say don't make huge decisions when in a hot environment. Heat affects our cognitive abilities. Yeah, I've experienced that firsthand. Like, it's just being in a state of exhaustion. It can be very difficult to remember things, like when I'm at work. Thankfully, my job is relatively simple. I'm not saying it's always easy. Like, I'm dealing with the public, and when there are throngs of people, like, I have to really think on my feet. I have to protect the mountain. That's my #1 priority. And it can be challenging because I'm working in excessive heat. So it takes a big toll. So when I get home from work, I need about 3 hours of decompression time. And that includes eating, hydrating, cooling myself off, using my chilly towel, my washcloth on my head, taking a nap. So yeah, like, it takes a lot out of me. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate your response there. You like my daily reports. I wish I could report in daily. I could ask for permission to see if I can go live for a little bit at Salvation Mountain. I doubt I will be able to do that because it's a job. But I would definitely ask to get permission from the head docent there. It's probably a no. But I would ask to do that, like, if there's nobody there. Maybe I could do it for 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes going live would be great. So, but I won't do it without the thumbs up, the green light. Any other questions? Oh, how do you stay positive when you work and feel hot when working? I may snap at people due to heat. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm generally a positive person. It's just kind of how I have chosen to be. And so being that I have things at work with me to help me be as comfortable as possible, there is a nice shade cover that helps immensely. It's an even bit better shade structure than what I have, which right now mine is a hay tarp based shade structure, which is very good. It's enabling me to park my van and to keep the sun off of my van, which is my dwelling. But at work at Salvation Mountain, they actually have like a plywood covered shade structure, and I think it's like a 30 by 30 shade structure, so it's considerable shade. And we also have a fan, we have ice cold water bottles, so they do their best to make our work experience as pleasant as possible. My water bottle just took a nosedive. I hate that because then I lose some of the liquid. It took a nosedive on the blanket. It's okay though. Yeah, I mean, this heat can make me agitated sometimes, but I do my best at work to pace myself. Like, I'll sit down when there aren't tourists around. Like, if nobody's there, I will sit down in the chair and rest. And I keep hydrated. I have snacks that I'm munching on, and my snacks are very healthy. They are composed of dry fruit and nuts. And that keeps my energy up. I'm spraying myself down with the garden sprayer. So I keep myself comfortable so that I don't get irritable, because I don't want to be in an irritable state of mind when tourists come in. So far that has worked very well, and I have worked well in up to 118 degrees, which is close to like the highs, the very highs here in Slab City, which are like 120. So the highest temperature I've worked in, like I just said, was about 118 degrees. And I walked home in, the highest temperature I walked home in has been, I believe it was 117 degrees, with several breaks along the way. And I worked up to that. I did practice and build heat tolerance to do that. It's nothing that I did out of the gate. All right, any further questions before we close? So go ahead and check out the links in the description if you want to support this channel. Also, you can get down with a kick down using Cash App, my favorite app. You can buy any of my t-shirts or canvases of my nature photography and my Slab City related art. I have an art piece called Slab City Butterfly Garden, which is inspired from the art here in Slab City, and my desire to create a more sustainable earth starting here in Slab City. So check out those links, my T-Mill merch store, my Ko-fi community, Cash App, and I look forward to seeing you in the next live stream. Bye for now.